Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? It's good to be here. I've got so much I want to say today, and quite some of it's quite factual, and I'm not very good with remembering facts accurately. So bear with me, and I will do my very best to share what's on my mind. I was in Llans Church yesterday, and I came out of the service. The church is on high ground, and the winter sun was cutting in through the windows and blinding some of the people in the congregation. The sun was absolutely stunning. And we had a lovely service. And when I came out of the church, pretty church, I hadn't noticed it as I came in. When you come in, you're looking forward, aren't you? And when you go out, you're still looking forward, but in the opposite direction. Open the door to the church, step out, and the view was extraordinary. The last time I was up there, it was overcast and it wasn't great. This morning, with the morning winter sun across the hills, there was this stunning view, and you could see for miles and lots of hills all around. Whoops! And you could this church on top of one of the higher points around was perfectly placed to then see all the other high points. It was a stunning view. And I thought, gosh, look at that. We've spent an hour in the building worshipping God, and actually he's out here in this beautiful scenery and surroundings. We know that, don't we? We know that God is in everywhere, and that God's creation is often one of the easiest and best ways to connect with him. But I just had a rush of that yesterday morning, and it reminded me of some reading I'd been doing around Celtic Christianity and the Celtic saints. That reading has arisen out of joining the Usk group of churches and the 9. So many of them are dedicated to saints that are not the sort of run of the mill. I don't mean that unkindly to the churches that are dedicated to those, but some interesting, less well-known saints. And I'd also been reading about the word Llan, Llan, because lots of the villages around us begin with Llan, don't they? We've got Llanhenach, Llandegfed, Llantrisant, Llangibby, Llanbadach. I'm sure I've forgotten some. There's lots of them. Llanfadisgoed, Llanfadgedin, everywhere. It's common, isn't it? We know that. And I wondered what it meant. And when we a village like Llanfadisgoed, we know that that's the Church of St Mary. Llanfair is the Church of St Mary, but actually Llan isn't the word for church. That's eglwys. And just digging around, Llan is about community. It's about a settled place, a part of a piece of land. And actually the word is probably pre-Christian, certainly got taken into Celtic Christianity, but was probably around before then to just indicate a settlement. It would have been enclosed, it would have been considered to be safe and special and possibly sacred. There are some stories around making those places sacred, but on the whole, a village or a place that is called Llan something is an indicator of a very ancient settlement, which I think is extraordinary, isn't it? And so it makes a lot of sense to me that Llanhenach is up on a hill, and because that's where the settlements would have been for safe lookout. Exactly what I experienced as I left church yesterday morning. But this idea that those villages and surroundings we have that have Llan as part of their title are really very ancient settlements that were considered sacred long before Christians arrived, long before we built a church on them. And we tend to think that the church is the old thing, and actually what we're told by that piece of history is it's the thing underneath the church that was important. God in creation. What a wonderful, wonderful way to be thinking and starting our day today. And so I wanted to just read you a little bit of something, because I then did some digging around in terms of God in creation. Where do we see God? Because I clearly had this moment yesterday that let me go digging around in all this other stuff of God in that vision as I left church, in that beautiful surroundings that we had. I'm going to read you a little bit of John's Gospel, which says this: "Abide in me as I abide in you. Just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine and you are the branches. Those who abide in me and I in them bear much fruit, because apart from me you can do nothing." And so my invitation to you today is to just stop for a moment and have a look at where you are. And if you have a beautiful view, if it's a little bit of your garden, or if it's on the roadside as you're driving, or if actually you're living somewhere that your outlook is beautiful, perhaps take a moment and have a look for God in that creation, in that ancient surrounding that you are. Creation has been here way before we were, and is something that perhaps we need to take a moment to really savour and make ourselves conscious of the presence of God within. Bit of a long one this morning, I'm sorry, and I cut it as short as I could. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you enjoy your view. Lots of love and God bless. Bye bye.